Teacher outfit. CJ, teacher outfit. Principal outfit. Popstar. A little wolfy boy. Vizuria! Fancy butler man. Alright, that's all we needed. That's it. That was it. Right? Nobody's gonna come up and, like, you know, surprise me. Ow. Ow. What level am I? That boss that is the closest next level to me, it will still be 10 levels over. The other one is like 12. So we're not doing any of the bosses I still have left about. Skit!
I never thought about this until now, Elfin. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah.
What
it
armor?
can get pretty toasty in this thing.
He has not been in
Is it
armor
hard
since he got it.
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a
Hers
strong
is mad-ass
body and a
sinner.
stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose?
Okay, so whenever you decide to visit the player versus player zone, that is Florida, you will hand me all of your... Wait, no, I remember, I was trying to reference a meme. Hand me all your worldly possessions, specifically the cherry coke. And mayhapsies a plushie or two. That is my ulterior motive. Just give me soda and your plushies. That is all I crave. Also, you know what to do. Have sexy t-shirt outfit as skin for life. No! No! I am... Carl, what did we talk about? This has been a year. It's been like a year since I had to tell you this. Last time. Where's a... What's that? Oh fuck, how do I get back to Lenegos? I didn't really think about this part, did I? Okay, wait. Plot, planning.
We've reached our destination.
There we go. But no, just a friendly little reminder. If any, it's one for Carl, but now I'm gonna make sure everyone gets a little fucking note too. Please, I love people giving me ideas and suggestions, but you must be very careful because I am a weirdo, and you know what a weirdo is gonna do if she really likes the idea? Binge the fuck out of making it and spend 3 days without sleeping just to make this funky little storybook animation that was shit. And I'll do it again, and then again, and then again. Just don't give me good ideas unless you know I have free time to make it. Or I ask. I will eventually do a stream where I just ask people for suggestions, and it'll be like a meeting. Hold on, wait. I'm at Lord Dohalim, you've returned. Ah, and I see you've brought aids with you. Do you remember who I am, my lord? Surely you must, yes? Not only do I support House Ilkaris, but more specifically his lordship personally. So much so, I've been trying to share my appreciation of his lordship to any who will listen. In fact, I was planning to publish my extensive writings on the subject through this very terminal for all to read and enjoy. But since the lines appear to be cut due to the recent tumult, I've been unable to upload them. I know, since you're all here, I'll just read them out loud. There exists a most handsome man, a man who radiates beauty, whose every word, every syllable is divine poetry. He hails from the famed house Ilkaris, and his name, Lord Dwalin. Music is his passion, the arts his great love. The scores of boorish, uncouth men of this land cannot begin to compare to his magnificence. So refined and majestic is his posture. Why, the mere thought of it brings me to ecstasy. Once he becomes our sovereign, Rena shall bloom anew, ushering in an era of prosperity for our grand civilization. Until that glorious day comes, I shall ever be praying for his victory, morning, noon, and night. Well, what did you think, my lord? I poured my whole heart into it, hoping to capture your essence. Wait, I forgot to mention anything about his lordship's love for collecting things. I must take this time while the lines are down to append it. Only then will my masterpiece be complete.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
I wanna eat myself! Oh, I never to think anyone would try to tear me away from House Black of Valkyris. I almost said Blackov, sorry. What do you want? Don't tell me you work for Lord Dohalim or that dreadful Lord Almadria, do you? You don't? Well, don't scare me like that. To answer your question, I come from a family that has served House of Valkyris for generations. Indeed, I'm doing all I can to support Lord Ganevelt behind the scenes so that he might emerge victorious. Many think him to be a cruel man, but I insist they're utterly mistaken. Though I won't deny he can be strict, he puts Rena's interests in front and center like no one else. Why, he advocates that rather than stay confined to Lenegis, we should get out with colonizing Dana and expand our horizons. Fucking bitch. That way, we will become masters of both worlds and overturn our current minority status on Danan's surface. That is why he seeks to become our next sovereign. Tell me, is there a greater, more noble ambition than that? I think not. What about the people that live on Dana? Where are they gonna go? Oh, I know exactly where they're gonna go. Still being slaves. Okay. It is in a pursuit of power for the advancement of all of our kind. It is what makes him an exemplary lord, a model above all others. Though I was unable to accompany him myself, my two sons have been blessed with the honor of joining him on the surface. Oops! I probably fucking killed them. Sorry. As their father, it fills me with endless pride. Until you start to cry.
Ganevelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganevelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
I'm gonna take pain pills. I'm taking pain pills. Wait a second.
You're breathtaking!
people, place your bets. Place your bets, people, right here in line. Who wants to bet these pain pills actually work for me? I know people will help, but how many people want to place bets that they will not actually work? Hi, Lexi. How you doing? Hi, Lexi. Hi. You give me a 40% chance of him working? Sounds about right. Let me sit in help my pain. You want to know which lord I support? Why? Are you out canvassing for someone? I'm with His Excellency. What the fuck is that name? Urwolsey Teldeles. You probably know him better as Lord Balsac. I know a lot of people consider him to be a giant brute. Believe me, I realize he can be an aggressive man. But what those people don't realize is how much he looks after the members of his house. It's fair to say that House Teldeles doesn't enjoy much esteem. Some of us who serve it will be the first to admit that.
Yes.
But His Excellency always stands up against any people who would harm us. Of that we can be sure. His efforts in the crown contest aren't only for his family, but to improve the standing of each and every member of his house.
Yes.
I owe so much to His Excellency. I can never dream of serving any other lord. Angels and cutie, pass it
Balsac
up.
had it in him to care about someone other than himself?
No.
It's possible.
No, you're
A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
I'm a squishy.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
Only Alexi's a cutie right now. No, Oni's a cutie too. Look at Sator's a cutie too. Aqua's a cutie. Everyone else is a cutie, not me. I mean,
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Yeah, girl!
Pardon me.
This area falls under the sole jurisdiction of House Chineras. I must ask you to depart at once. I must ask you to step the fuck off, bitch. I will kill you. Surely you don't claim to be ignorant of our famed house, ruled over by the esteemed Lord Almadria. Oh, that bitch? Oh, she fucking bit it. She is currently being eaten by sharks. If so, I urge you to listen well. In fact, I bid you listen carefully, regardless. Have you ever noticed how in the history of Lenegis, only a few women lords have emerged to compete in the crown contests? Many have theories as to why this might be, but Lord Almadria quashed? That's a word? Quash the doubts of any naysayers through sheer might. In fact, not only did she usurp her father and previous family master, she also removed her older brother to claim the seat for herself. I mean, cool. I can respect the hustle, but it just tells me that she's still a mega bitch, even to her family. Anyway, she's a woman who stops at nothing to get what she wants and gives her enemies nearly a slightest opening to strike. Truly, Lord Almadria is a woman of talent. No one in all of Renish better exemplified the virtues of our nation's meritocracy. Soon, the age of a glorious woman sovereign reigning over Lenegis shall soon be upon us. Nope, not gonna happen. She is drowning. Better yet, she is not drowning. She's just hanging out at the bottom of the ocean, dead.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is there sheep meat here? Sorry, I'm trying to play with one hand. As a member of the upper caste, I order you to find a route out of here to the neighboring district. Please, no, Elder. You can't expect an old man such as me to do that, not when there are Zoogles running loose in that part of town. That's exactly why I need you to do this. Surely you don't intend to defy me now, do you? I'll make it easier for you. I'll just break your legs. Then you won't have to go anywhere. She is very legally unalive. Oh, I was just reading about Volron. Can I help you?
Okay.
I was already an ardent supporter of Lord Urwalgil. Fuck it, Hildress, myself. Were it not for his sudden death down on the surface, I surely still would be. In my eyes, Hildress is the true Water Lord. I don't believe for a second that he perished in some accident, like they say. As for how Volron runs Gyan and Pharos, don't get me started. I hear he enslaves not only Danans, but even his fellow Renans. We may live in a society where to the victor go the spoils, but his actions go against what we, as a people, stand for. Can I have those legs then? Yes, you can have them. Here. I'll go break his motto right now and give you his legs. Everyone's a cutie, pass it on. Angel's Lexi's wifey, pass it on. Raff, raff. That is true. I'm glad at least it's working here in my chat. Now, Carl! Give Lexi and give Anu that shouty outie for me while I read this, because I can only focus on one thing at a time, and one of them is pain. Besides, just what sort of family line is this? House Ignis? Fuck it! Of his anyway. The house of that stupid water bitch, Volron. I've never heard of it until he came along, which means they must be among the lowest dredges of society. That such an ignoble lineage could suddenly produce an astral artist capable of ascending to lordship is unheard of. None of it makes any sense, not to mention all the upheaval around here of late. What is happening to our people?
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganeth Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
I click. Oh, okay.
When you think about it,
Aiden!
the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but
They
still,
get about in this
just
stupid
because
ass
they had
haircut.
loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
It's
Not
it's
at all.
Being a Danon
her
doesn't make
saying
you a
that
good
means a
person.
lot.
And being a Renin doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
No. Oni had enough support for a year. There's no such thing as enough support for a year. We're all tiny little babies on this little website called Twitch, constantly getting shafted by the rules and just our situations of being tiny. But one day, we will all grow and we'll all flourish in our own directions. And it'll be beautiful. But for now, there's no such thing as too much support. Give Oni support. I'm proud of her for making affiliate. Now I must... What am I doing? There's one.
What could this be?
What did I do for shout out? Absolutely nothing besides
There's
be a
something
cutie.
I just don't get.
And also, I'm proud
What
of
is
you.
it?
Mwah.
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, who the fuck was
So-
that?
Who was it then?
Hanfricht Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
These
So
names
then
are
this
dumb.
Confreaked whatchamacallem. He's the
Milgras.
current ruler of Rena?
Milgras.
The last I heard, yes. Though,
Hanfricht-
admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegus?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh.
Enhance.
Same thing goes for the sovereign that
Start.
came before him.
Brr.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegus from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going
Something,
on what we
something,
witnessed
something,
in
social
Pelagian,
commentary,
it didn't
something,
look like the
something,
sort of
something.
thing that could be made to order.
Hey,
But
look, a
if
pretty
even
lady
the
with
victor's
boobies
speeches
out.
have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what
Oh my
to
god, that
believe
was probably not
anymore.
the best sound effect to make. I was clapping. I
You
swear to
and
god
me
I was
both.
clapping.
Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
I think for the next cutscene, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna do something wild. I'm gonna steal my mother's heating pad. And then I'll live. Cutscene?
Doe?
Cutscene! I'm getting it!
Faria.
Racing! Stealing!
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still... kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, What the hell are you saying?
No, let's
First,
fucking
I
go.
have business to
I'm
take
taking
care
off the
of.
glasses.
If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it.
Let's go,
You
bitch. I'll
must
fuck you
wait.
up.
My sins are
Hold my
legion.
glasses. Hold my glasses.
Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
I'm setting up the
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else.
Man, you talk a lot of mad shit for some bitch that ain't actually
You're just
doing
a
anything.
coward!
Why don't you put some actions behind those words, mate? Fucking try it. I'll take you out. I'm ready to fight. Hello. I'm ready to slap a bitch. I'm ready to slap you and her at the same time. Just go.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
No, it's not the right
Forgive
thing
me.
to say.
Some things are best left unsaid.
Well, Dohalim has a particular vibe about him and thought process about himself that we need to immediately put to rest. Dohalim, shut the fuck up. You don't deserve it. There you go. I did it. Alright, where's this? Oh, there's a resty place. Pardon me for being a bit quiet. Let me try to get my energy back up again. Hair rubber. Be a little gremlin on stream. Ah! Wait, what's the approval for? For me doing my best? No pain, misery, and feeling.
There must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed.
Look, we all saw the same fucking cutscene. He kept on going
Despite
even though
Faria's
you
lower
won,
class upbringing,
basically.
She possesses
He
a
gave you
tremendous
no
talent
choice.
for music.
She should have been watching.
Entranced
That's her
by
own
her
goddamn
playing,
fault for not seeing the entire
I helped
picture.
her overcome her sense of inferiority.
And that's his fault
and
for not
introduced
considering
her
the
to
fact he had a
Tarnigan
life to live
and
afterwards.
Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
Nah.
I
It's
would
a
have
good straight.
once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagin and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagin had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagin was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait, don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less, she would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you.
They would have already
So
been
she could
getting
use that
married,
hate
so
as a
that could have
crutch for
been
her grief?
getting her to a higher society
That's not
anyway.
the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
She very conveniently came in as soon as
But
you struck the
if
final
you
blow,
hadn't
so how
become
is she
Lord,
not watching?
Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering
Hey,
under Renan oppression like before.
Hey boy. Hey boy.
Shion's right.
Not helping. The pills
What
aren't
other
working
lord would have
tomorrow.
treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen,
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
Aww. The game being
I see
cute
a
is
medic
helping.
and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Fast travel.